Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of our futures market from yesterday. It was difficult to tell if Tuesday's broad-based selling in the markets was influenced more by the Labor Department's report of higher expected job openings or by the new job openings of the U.S. Speaker of the House. December corn ended down 1.5 cents to $4.86 on Wednesday, keeping a low profile during harvest. November soybeans started the session higher, but ended up just a quarter cent at $12.73 on Wednesday. Tuesday's trading left a low of $12.56 3/4. That was not challenged on Wednesday, and it'll be interesting to see if it becomes an early sign of support. December Kansas City hard red winter wheat down 16 3/4 at $666.5. Another bearish day that's seen many over the last 15 months and more than its share since hitting a peak of $9.36 on July the 25th. Despite the turbulence that gripped the financial and industry markets yesterday, cotton managed to close slightly higher. December cotton closed at 87.01, down 42. March 87.86, down 41, and the December, as mentioned, 81.29, up 25. The livestock complex saw slightly better interest from traders throughout the day, but heading into the second half of the week, more cash cattle trade needs to develop. October live cattle 7 higher, 182.20, and it wasn't a rosy day for the feeder cattle complex either. November feeders 7 higher, 250.42. October feeders 82 lower, 247.44. Neighbor, there's a look at your commodity. We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for the San Saba sale. What's it looking like?
You bet, Larry. Got a good run. A lot of good cattle coming today. I think at around 5 o'clock or so, we get right at 2,400 head of cattle. We're going to kind of look for that 2,800 probably for tomorrow. If it rains tonight a little while, it'll probably be a few less coming tomorrow, but kind of what we expect and know what's coming in. Got about 425 cows, about 30 bulls, and so that's going to leave us close to 2,100, 2,300 head of really good choice calves and yearlings. We got a lot of calves that are weaned. We're going to shape them up in quite a few deals. Got a group of open cows that came off of one ranch, kind of a dry ranch, really young set, about 200 of those off of one ranch. Then got some heifers off of them too, about 250 heifers off of one deal that are straight 2-year-olds that are open, and about 200 other straight heifers that are coming off that ranch, and then just several others to speak of. So if you got want to look at the information, we do have some listings of some of them up on the website at jordancattle.com, some videos of that particular group of heifers. But a lot to offer today, and give us a shout today, Larry, and if you need an order or something filled, just give us a call. We'll help you out, get you your buyer or whatever it is.
Telephone number?
Area code 325-372-5159.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats right quick. Pork carcass cutout value, the national value, up 114 on Wednesday morning, 95.75. Estimated hog slaughter, 478,000 head. As we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, we'll take a look at the box values. Wholesale box prices lower in the morning report. Choice was $2.11 weaker at $297.96. Select fell by 60 cents at $274.99. Looks like we had 128,000 head for Tuesday. That was a week-to-date pace, bringing it to 253, trailing last week by about 2,000 head. Looks like we saw the USDA confirm 16,000 head of cash cattle on Tuesday. No trades on Wednesday. We're still mostly 182 to 184 on the hoof in the dirt. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, we're talking cattle. How did that thing turn out?
Yeah, we ended up with a little over 800. Didn't get our 1,000. It was a little slower this morning than I anticipated. Maybe everybody's waiting on a little bit of rain. I thought we got along pretty good. Cows and bulls, it looked like they took a little more money off cows and bulls. It's probably, quoted at 5 to 10 lower. We didn't have any. I had one cow bring close to $1, right at $1. This highest bull we sold was about $1.20, $1.18, somewhere around there. So high yielder. The calf market, I quoted is kind of 2 to 5 cheaper. Quality was, the good cattle still sold good, but some of the plainer cattle didn't seem like they had quite as many friends. But all along, I thought we got along real well, and hoping we'll get a rain tonight and everybody get a better attitude, and something will turn around and they won't see so many cows around, and this thing will pick back up.
Right. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach us at 830-997-394. One other thing, Larry, before I forget, I almost forgot we got those spotted billies. And those spotted nannies will be here 17th on Tuesday. Anybody looking for some good spotted billies or some spotted nannies, sure come see us.
Good deal. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard-duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6 and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the Wednesday sale turn out?
I thought it went real well, Larry. Ended up with 807 head of cattle. It looked like the Packer cow and bull market, they've been kind of whopping on it the last couple of weeks, taking a little money off every week. Seemed like it was a little bit cheaper again today. I guess $1 on the best cow there today. $1.15 on the best bull. Didn't really have any outstanding bulls there today, but $1.15, I guess, on the top end of what we did have. Had quite a few stocker cows in the mix, and it was pretty active on those. Thought we got along pretty well. Kind of 800 on some little plain cows, up to 17 and a quarter, I guess, on the top end of the bred cows there today, and then up to I think 2150 on the top end of the pairs. So got along good there. And then the calf and yearling side of things had a lot of good crossbred calves there today, and thought they sold really well. $6 better there today, pretty much all the way across the board. So like I said, ended up with 807 head, and thought it went real well.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kelly.
Call us anytime there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile numbers 334-1047, or website's PearsallLivestock.com.
I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. Tony, you got news on T-Post?
Yes, sir, I do. Right now, our 6.5-foot American-made 133 T-Post went down. They're at $5.99, and that's if you buy one or however many you need.
Well, tell everybody how to get that great deal in this new price drop on T-Post.
Well, they can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, have a good day. Help those people when they come by to buy T-Post.
Yes, sir. Sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. Jim, how did it go?
Wasn't bad. Ended up with 444 head. They did take, I believe $2 or $4 more off Packer cows for Tuesday.
Yeah.
But they still sold pretty well.
Walk the pens with us, Jim.
177 steers, 156 heifers, 83 cows, 15 bulls. Steer side 2 to 3 weights, 210 to 280. Heifers were $2 or $2.42. 3 to 4 weight steers, 210 to 262. Heifers were $2 to 235. 4 to 5 weight steers, $2 to 261. Heifers were $1.90 to 227. 5 6 weight steers, $2 to 242. Heifers were $1.80 to 218. 6 7 weight steers, $1.85 to 220. Heifers were $1.65 to 212. 7 to 8 weight steers, $1.80 to 215. Heifers were $1.60 to $2. 8 to 9 weight steers, $1.65 to $1.90. The heifers were $1.40 to $1.70.
Now, what did they have on the cows after they took more money off?
182 this week. 97.50 was the best Packer cow. Best bull brought $1.1650. Quite a few younger bred cows starting to come to town. They brought from 800 to 1375, and we kept one pair together this week. It brought 1625.
Do you know of anything for next week, Jim?
Well, we've got our first good chance of rain is tomorrow, so
Okay.
We'll have to see how that plays out. But we end up with a half an inch or so. I imagine we'll have another 400 plus next.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Jim Wheeler.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
That's either somebody's phone going off or you're watching soap operas.
Oh, no, Murdoch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of, sort of.
You ever watch Murdoch?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family-owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. With their own cattle ranches in West Texas, they understand the rural ag economy. Farm and ranch equipment from working chutes and sorting pens to cattle panels and gates, T-post fencing and barbed wire. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how did the sheep and goat sale?
Went well, Larry. We had 570 head. Pretty steady market last week. Not many changes there. A little lighter run, but still had the same demand there. It was heavy lambs $1.30 to $2.05. Those light lambs $1.50 to $2.40. Those fat ewes $60 to $1.20. Those thin packer ewes 30 to 80 cents. Packer nannies $40 to $1.05. Fat Spanish nannies $1.40 to $2.10. And those stocker nannies $1.70 to $2.60. And the good cabritos yesterday $2.30 to $3.70. And the lightweights $1.70 to $3.45. And the billies yesterday $1.65 to $2.20. So got along pretty good there.
Good. How's the cattle sale shaping up?
Got about 300 on the yard this evening, Larry. Got some rain hopefully coming in the morning. Might slow a few guys down, but probably around that 5 to 550 tomorrow, and should have a good selection for everybody.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Klein Spear.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You've got it, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignment. Last week was another great sale, just shy of 900 head with a total of 893. The market was stronger on the feeder side, but about $5 cheaper on the packers.
Walk the pens with us.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 234 to 315. 3 and 4 is 247 to 305. 4 and 5 weights, 233 to $3. 5 and 6 is 220 to 262.50. 6 and 7 is 213 to 241. And a 7-8 weights, 212 to 224. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 206 to 275. 3 and 4 is 230 to 275. 4 and 5 weights, 214 to 250. 5 and 6 is 206 to 234. 6 and 7 is 198 to 212. And the 7-8 weights, 170 to $2. Only had 7 packer bulls last week. High yielding was 114 up to 120, and medium 99 to $1.05. Had 137 packer cows. High yielding was 98 up to $1.06. Medium 81 to 89, and the low end 58 to 72. We had 5 bred cows. The veteran brought from 12.50 to 13 and a quarter, and the planted ones 9.50 to 11.25. We had 5 pair. Veteran 1,500 to 16.75, and the planted ones 1,100 to 12 and a quarter.
What do you have under the barn for this week?
Well, at the present time, we're tagging on 613, and we're looking for about 850 if we don't get rained out. I'll be fine with ending on 613 if we get a good rain. At our count, we've got 97 packer cows and bulls, 28 to be palpated, 4 pair, and the rest are yearlings. We do have a sellout of Bremer cows. There are some palpated cows, bred heifer yearlings, bull yearlings, and open heifers. We've also got a string of 70 Brangus calves, weighing about 500, mainly cut steers and bull calves with a few heifers mixed in there.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
If you have any questions, please call Waylon Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains. Panhandle corn, 531 to 566. Hard red winter wheat, 581 to 631. Milo, 464 to 501. Looks like we moved 5,014 bale of East Texas, Oklahoma cotton, 442 of West Texas. Prices were 84.76 high side, low side 80.01, average 82.35. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Thanks for listening.